throughout the second half?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, yeah, I would say like ever since I got back, like it's obviously like reoccurring injuries a little bit there. I think I got hurt 2 times in November and missed sometimes like throughout December, and then kind of got back and missed a little bit more time. But it was something that just it felt like it never really went away. Like it's manageable, but you still bugging you a little bit. But like I said, like the last 2-3 weeks here, I feel like it's been 100%.
So you don't need surgery or anything?
No.
Sam, is it linked at all to the injuries that ruined that one season for you a few years back? Is it a separate issue?
It's a separate issue. Like it's, I would say it's just like it's kind of like same thing, but like it's I would say it has nothing to do with that. So kind of for me mentally, that's kind of nice too, to know it's not something that's like there all the time. It's kind of just things happen. Like it's playing. Being a professional athlete, you're gonna be injured. So I think it's also something for me to kind of like mentally just you have to kind of accept that injuries might happen, and you just gotta find a way to deal with it.
You had that stretch from right after Christmas till really your second start after Four Nations. It was your best groove of the season. Then it kind of seemed like in April, when the schedule was kind of relaxed and there was more time between starts, you were getting back to that a little bit. Are you happy with where your season finished? Maybe not the whole thing.
Yeah, I would say so. I think I agree with what you said. I feel like that was my that was the period I probably felt like I played them at the best and most consistent level. I think the start of the year too was good. It kind of like it got a little bit out of rhythm there once I missed some time in December. But I think like overall, I definitely think there's a lot of good things from my season that I can take with me. I think, again, just things that I need to do better is to find a way to be a little bit more consistent, especially when it's like on the later part of the season. I think I'm still trying to find ways how to manage energy levels and stuff like that, to find a way to perform at a consistent high level throughout the year.
How frustrating, Sam, was dealing kind of with the nagging injury when it seemed like there was all this pressure on goaltending this year and the microscope of it. I got to imagine that was just tough to deal with on top of the pressure.
Yeah, obviously. I think anytime you have to deal with injuries, it is frustrating. I mean, it's something that is you just want to feel good and want to be able to play 100%. But like I said a little bit, I think things are gonna happen. Like you're playing a sport for a living, and then like you're gonna get hurt. It's a tough schedule, and I think for me, you find ways to kind of both physically but also mentally kind of to find a way to deal with that and still manage to perform at the level you want.
Did you feel more pressure coming into this season, or even throughout the season, when their team carried 3 goalies for most of the year, and both of those guys they hadn't been in the NHL before this season? Did you feel more pressure to perform, maybe because of that, because these are 2 guys that were still sort of getting their feet wet in the NHL?
I think for me, like going into the year, obviously one of my goals is kind of like to solidify myself and like get that starter position. So more than that, like the pressure of that obviously is more there. But for me, I think not too much. Like you wanna, I just wanna find ways to perform a little bit more consistent. That was also like a goal going into the year, and I think at times I did that. I think, and the thing too, like earlier on in the year, when I felt like I've been talking about it, I had like a 5-6 game stretch before Christmas, which I wasn't too happy with, but I still feel like I've managed to find ways to win some of those games, and that to me is maybe some of the games that I think I'm like most proud of looking back, because like you're not playing at 100%, but you still find a way to make the big saves at the right time to help the team win. So I think that's obviously something that you have to be able to do too, especially if you play a lot of games, that you got to find a way to win your bad ones as well.
What do you think the process is to have that consistency? Is it something physically that you're doing, or something mental that you're doing to be more consistent?
I mean, I think for me, it's obviously experience has a lot to do with it. Knowing, like going through here for me, I've had some times to play a lot of games and play a lot of games consistently. So I think just doing that and knowing how the seasons go and how your energy level goes up and down throughout the year with all the games and the challenges of that. So it's kind of something I feel like I've learned a lot this year, but I'm like still learning a little bit along the way here.
Later in the year, John Tortorella said that he kind of now more viewed you more as like a tandem goalie than a number one. I guess, what was your reaction to that, and is that a conversation you've had with the front office as well, with Danny and them?
Actually, I haven't heard that. I don't. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't really listen to media and stuff like that, to be honest. I think I don't think, and that's something like I've said too, like going into this season, like even if your goal is you want to be a starting goal, you want, because throughout a long year, if you have you want your goalies, they're gonna have both like their ups and downs, right? So I think you're trying to maximize both. Like when the goal is hot, you're trying to ride that goal a little bit more, and I think sometimes in tough stretches, the other guy, you're gonna rely on each other to kind of like help each other out and like win some games when the team needs it. And if one guy is struggling a little bit, you're gonna need the other guy to step up a little bit more. So I don't think it's that we're in that sense. Obviously, I think after the Four Nations break, there was a period there where we didn't win a lot of games, and I think that's kind of, I think it was on, I feel a responsibility in those situations that you're gonna need a big performance to kind of help the team to get out of that slump, and I didn't feel like I came up with that in that period, which is hard to, like, you want that, and that's something like I definitely feel like that's in those situations I gotta step up better.
Travis Sanheim said yesterday that he was looking forward to kind of focusing a little bit on the Olympics next season, and obviously, you went to Four Nations and you got a chance and to play there. I guess just maybe, are you planning World Championships, and what's kind of your thought? Are you kind of in the same vein where you're maybe gonna focus a little bit on trying to make that Olympic team?
I think, like, obviously that's a dream. I think anybody wants to play for the Olympics, but at the same time, it's not something I'm gonna go and focus on. Like I know like that is all dependent on how I play and perform here with the Flyers. So just also for me, I know it's like on the goalie situation on Team Sweden, we got a lot of good goalies, and that's I think is a good problem for us. But for me, like, I know it's a hard competition, and obviously I'm gonna do my best to try to perform and help the team over here. And if I do that, I know that might lead to me getting a chance with Team Sweden too.
Do you know yet if you'll be playing at the Worlds again this year?
Maybe.